Chapter 1 Lessons on Life. In flourishing human civilization, the production of food, development of medical science, and protection of existence of all living beings in adverse conditions are challenges of present century. The role of biology is indispensable in this regard. In this chapter, the definition of biology, name its branches, and naming system of organisms are discussed. Concept of biology. In nature, we generally find two types of objects, non-living things and living organisms. The characteristics of non-living things are usually discussed in physics and chemistry. Biology is the branch of scientific knowledge concerning life and characteristics of organisms. But it is really difficult to find the very faint line of difference between living and non-living. In fact, physics and chemistry embody the principle of fundamentals of life, even the non-living. So, in order to understand the living organism, it is necessary to know about the physical sciences such as physics and chemistry. But it is wrong to think that it is not necessary to study biology if we have the knowledge of physical sciences. Rather, life may be considered a complex combination of many non-living things in which some new characteristics occur. For example, the properties of water do not resemble that of a hydrogen and oxygen, though it is made up of these two elements. So, although living organisms are constituted of a specific combination of non-living things, new properties originate in them that do not always resemble that of the living component. Biology is one of the fundamental branches of science. The term biology is derived from Greek word bios, means life, and logos means knowledge. As biology plays an important role in agriculture and medicine, from the beginning of civilization, it was practiced in different regions, including Greece, Egypt, Middle East, India, and China. However, this practice cannot be considered as science in terms of modern science, but it was necessary then to flourish this branch of knowledge. Branches of biology. When we look around us, we see two types of living things, plants and animals. Based on this, for a long time, biology was divided into two branches, botany and zoology. However, the field of botany has expanded so much that it is not enough to confine its study to these two branches only. There are many living beings which are neither plant nor animal, such as bacteria, fungi. The classification is not appropriate when analyzing common characteristics of animal, plants, bacteria, fungi, viruses, etc. So now, also biology has been classified into many branches. Considering its aspects, there are also two other divisions of biology, physical biology and applied biology. Physical biology. In the field of physical biology, theoretical concepts are usually discussed. The following subjects are general fields of its concern. Morphology. This deals with the form and structure of organism. It is usually divided into two branches, external and internal morphology. The external description of the body is called external morphology, and the internal description of the body is called internal morphology. Taxonomy. Classification of organisms or related principle. Physiology. The branch of biology deals with the biochemical activities of different organs of organism, such as respiration, excretion, photosynthesis, etc. Detailed description of all physiological process of organism is found in it. Histology. The microscopic structure, arrangement and function of plant and animal tissue are studied in this subject. Embryology. The branch of biology that discusses the origin of gamete and the origin of embryo of fertilized egg, the development of embryo, their structure, growth and development. Cytology. The structure, function and division of an individual cell in a body of organism is studied in the branch of biology. Genetics. The branch of biology deals with genes and heredity. Evolution. The gradual development of life and organism over successive generations on earth is studied in this subject. Ecology. It is the science of reciprocal relationship between organism and their environment. Endocrinology. The field of science that deals with study of endocrine glands and hormones secreted by them. Biogeography. The branch of biology that studies geographical distribution of organisms and their evolution. Applied biology. Applied subjects are related to the life are included in the category. Some of them are mentioned below. Paleontology, science of the prehistoric life form and fossils. Biostatistics, science of statistics of organism. Parasitology, science related to parasitism, life process of parasitic organism and disease caused by them. Fisheries, science dealing with fish, harvesting of fish, management and conservation of fish asset. Entomology, science related to the study of life, merit, demerit and control of insect including the damage caused by them. Microbiology, science related to virus, bacteria, fungi and other microorganisms. Agriculture, science concerning agriculture. Medical science, science related to human body disease, treatment, etc. Genetic engineering, science associated with gene technology and its uses. Biochemistry, science connected to the biochemical process of disease and organism. Environmental science, science related to the environment. Marine biology, science related to marine living beings. Forestry, science related to forest management and conservation of its resources. Biotechnology, science associated with the technology of uses of organism for the benefit of mankind. Pharmacy, science dealing with the technology and industry of medicine. Wildlife, science related to wild animal. Bioinformatics, biological information based on computer technology, for example, information on the analysis of cancer. Classification of living being. About 4 million different plant species and 13 million of animal species have been named and described today. This number is not yet final because the more and more new species are being added to it almost every day. It is assumed that the number will reach 1 crore in future when the description of all organisms will be ended. A large number of organisms are needed to be grouped systematically to know, understand and learn them in easy manner. Many years back, natural scientists felt the necessity to classify living world following a natural system. From this necessity, a distinct branch of biology, taxonomy, has emerged. The main aim of classification is to know the vast and diverse living world accurately and classify them quickly and easily. The contribution of Swedish botanist, physician and zoologist Carolus Linnaeus in the field of taxonomy is worth mentioning. In 1735, he received his doctoral degree in medicine from the University of Uppsala, and in 1741, he was appointed professor of anatomy in the same university. It was the main field of his intense interest to classify organisms from its botanical and zoological observation that he assembled from his many expeditions. He classified living world into two kingdoms, plant and animal. Aim of classification. The aim of classification is to acquire knowledge of the groups and subgroup of organism, to maintain documentation of this accumulated information systematically, to present the knowledge concisely, and to take steps conserve organism or increase the number of species for the well-being of living world. Living world. From the time of Carolus Linnaeus up to the middle of the 20th century, all living organisms were classified into one of the two kingdoms, animal and plant. With the progress of science on the basis of data collected from the time to time, for instance, the type of DNA and RNA in a cell, feature of the number of cells in living body and mode of nutrition, that a cell adopt. A 5-kingdom classification was proposed by R. H. Whittaker in 1969, and then Margulis introduced a modified expanded form of Whittaker classification in 1974. She divided the whole living world into 2 super kingdoms and grouped the 5 kingdoms under these 2 super kingdoms. Living world: super kingdom 1 Prokaryota, under this kingdom 1 Monera, and super kingdom 2 Eukaryota, under its kingdom 2 Protista, kingdom 3 Fungi, kingdom 4 Plantae, and kingdom 5 Animalia. Super kingdom 1 Prokaryota. These are primitive prokaryote having no structured distinct nucleus and microscopic unicellular organism. Kingdom 1 Monera. These are mostly unicellular filamentous, or filament is considered by vertically connected cell one after another, or colonial. Though chromatin material is present, there is no nuclear membrane or nucleolus in these cells. No plastid, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticuli are there, but ribosome is present. The cells divide through a process of binary fission. Their chief mode of nutrition is absorption, though some of them produce food through photosynthesis. Example: bacteria and blue-green algae. Super kingdom 2 Eukaryota. These are eukaryotic, well structured nucleus and unicellular, multicellular, and live individually in a colonial form. Kingdom 2 Protista. They are unicellular or multicellular, individual, colonial, or filamentous, and the nuclei in their cells are well structured. Their cells contain nuclear material covered by a nuclear membrane. In the chromatin material, there is DNA, RNA, and protein. All types of cell organelle are present. Their mode of nutrition and absorption, ingestion of photosynthesis. They accomplish their asexual and sexual reproduction by the process of mitosis and conjugation. Union of 2 gametes which are structurally similar but biologically different respectively. No embryo is developed in them. Example: amoeba, paramecium, algae. Kingdom 3 Fungi. Most of them are terrestrial, saprophytic, or parasitic. Their body is constituted of a single cell or mycelium. The nucleus is well organized. Their cell wall is composed of chitin. Their mode of nutrition is absorption. The photosynthetic apparatus, chloroplast, is absent. They are reproduced by haploid spore and their cell divide through mitotic cell division. Example: yeast, penicillium, mushroom, etc. Kingdom 4 Plantae. They are photosynthetic and eukaryotic. Advanced tissue system are found in them. They develop embryo and diploid stage start from it. They are mostly terrestrial, but there are also many aquatic species in this kingdom. Their sexual reproduction is anisogamous, the sexual reproduction which is happened by union of structurally and physically different gamete. They are archaeogoniads, plants with female reproductive organ and flowering plant. Example: advanced green plant. Division of Plantae are shown in a chart below. Moss, fern, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. Kingdom 5 Animalia. These are eukaryotic and multicellular animals. Their cells do not have any living cell wall, plastid, or vacuoles in them. Because of there are no plastid in their cell, they are heterotrophs. So they depend on other organisms for their food. After ingestion, they digest their food. They have advanced complex tissue system. Sexual reproduction is their usual way of reproduction. Haploid gametes are usually produced in the reproductive organ of mature and diploid male and female. Embryonic layers are developed at the time of their embryonic development. Example, the entire invertebrate and vertebrate animal except protozoan. Thomas Kelvier Smith from Oxford University divided the kingdom Protista of living world into two groups, Protozoa and Chromista, and remade the kingdom Monera as the kingdom of bacteria in 2004. In this way, he grouped the living world into 6 kingdoms. You will learn more about it at higher level of education. You will be introduced gradually to the consequent chapters to the characteristics of the animal in different kingdoms mentioned here. Different steps of classification. In classifying the organism, codified unit or ranks are used in taxonomy, which are called taxa. The largest classification rank is kingdom and the smallest rank is species. Each rank of taxonomy adds new characteristics, those of the lower rank. The higher the rank, the lower the number of characteristics, and the higher the number of living organisms belonging to the rank, the lower the rank. The higher number of characteristics and the number of living beings belonging to the rank. There are 7 main taxonomic ranks according to the International Code: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. The topmost rank is set, whereas the lower rank are subset. The subset of kingdom is phylum, and the subset of phylum is class, the subset of class is order, etc. The system of scientific classification is called nested hierarchy, in which, to avoid repetition, the common characteristic of the previous rank are often not mentioned in the next rank. If we follow the above mentioned system, the taxonomic rank of human being, Homo sapiens, is like this: kingdom, Animalia, cells with distinct nucleus, multicellular heterotrophs, and have complex tissue system. Phylum, Chordata, process notochord in any one phase of life. Class, Mammalia, feed their young on milk and their body is covered with hair. Order, Primate, hand with 5 fingers, suitable to grasp and vision, more developed than sense of smell. Family, Hominidae, similarly with chimpanzee, gorilla, monkey. Genus, Homo, brain is bigger compared to the body and can walk erectly on 2 feet. Sapiens, Homo sapiens, wide and high forehead, skull is thinner compared to other species, more intelligent. As a student of biology, one needs to know the reason of including species in respective taxonomic rank through in the traditional system. The reasons are not written separately. System of binomial nomenclature. The scientific name of an organism has 2 parts. The first part of the name denotes the genus into which the species belong. The second part identifies the species within the genus. The scientific name of potato is Solanum tuberosum, for example. Here the word Solanum and tuberosum denote the genus and species name of potato respectively. The system of scientific naming of an organism is termed binomial nomenclature. The aim of binomial nomenclature is to unambiguously identify every organism. The scientific naming of an organism is accomplished in accordance with some rules and regulations set internationally. The scientific name of plant and animal should be accorded to the declared principle of International Code of Botanical Nomenclature (ICBN) and International Code of Zoological Nomenclature (ICZN) respectively. In fact, the codes are documented in a printed form. As the scientific naming of an organism is expressed in the language Latin, these names are accepted throughout the whole world. The Swedish naturalist Carolus Linnaeus laid the foundation of this modern system of naming organism and effectively began the task with his book Species Plantarum. He defined the term species and genus and used the rank of classification, class, order, genus and species in his book. The introduction of formal system of naming organism by Carolus Linnaeus is undoubtedly a striking step In the history of biology, some of its notable principles of binomial nomenclature are mentioned below. The language of scientific naming of an organism should be in Latin. Young zoologist Sajid Ali Hauladar recently discovered a frog which can be found only in Dhaka. The scientific name given to the frog is Jacaranda dhaka. The name of the genus given as Jacaranda to show respect the foundation of Zoology Department of Dhaka University, Qazi Zakir Hussain. Every scientific name should have two parts. The genus name always comes first, followed the species name. For example, Lebeo rohita. This is the scientific name Rohita fish. Here Lebeo is genus, whereby Rohita is the name of species. The scientific name of any organism should have a unique, because of the same legitimate name cannot be used for naming two distinct organisms. The first alphabet of the first name would be in capital letter and the remaining alphabet in small type. The second part of the name totally would be small letters. For example, onion, Allium cepa, lion, Panthera leo. At the time of printing of scientific name, it should be written in italic. Rice or Rhiza sativa, Katla fish, Katla Katla, for example. When a scientific name is handwritten, its two parts should be separately underlined. For example, Oryza sativa, Katla Katla. If the scientific name of an organism is named by several scientists, the earliest legitimate name given by the first scientist will be accepted in accordance with the rule of priority. The scientist who gives the scientific name of an organism can have his or her name be cited abbreviated from the end of the binomial name along with the year of naming. For example, Homo sapiens L 1758, Oryza sativa L 1753. Here L is the short form of Linnaeus. Binomial names of some organism. General name rice, scientific name Oryza sativa. Jute Corchorus capsularis. Mango Mangifera indica. Jackfruit Artocarpus heterophyllus. Water lily Nymphea nouchali. China rose Hibiscus rosa sinensis. Casual organism of cholera Vibrio cholerae. Casual organism of malaria Plasmodium vivax. Cockroach Periplaneta americana. Honeybee Apis indica. Elish Tenulosa elisha. Asian toad Deuterophinus melanostictus. Oriental magpie robin Capsicus saluris. Tiger Panthera tigris. Human Homo sapiens.